Where are we and what's the latest with the Ramirez fight?
From what I gather, we're looking at like it's going to be May, and maybe potentially over in Vegas as well. So that's the latest that I know. But we're looking and sort of aiming towards May. We think it's going to be then at some point in May, but we just don't know yet. But I know for sure I'm training and gearing towards May, and I've been down here for the last 5-6 weeks already. So I'm gearing towards hopefully it's May. Yeah.
And what about crowds in Vegas? Would that affect it in any way, shape or form? Like, for instance, if they're going to open up Vegas in June, may it be pushed to June?
Well, I'd like to hope so. I'd like to have that fight with fans. You know, I don't want to have the biggest fight in my life. You know, this fight that I've dreamed for my whole life, and have it without no fans. I'd rather wait until the crowds are back and we do it in front of the fans. It's a massive fight. It's too big a fight not to have fans. So I'd like to sort of wait until we can get fans in.
Now, I know last summer at York Hall, it didn't last long, but I think, and I don't know what you think, I'm keen to hear what you say. I think it was so important, it was critical, it was crucial that you had that fight to break down the long gap. Yeah,
definitely. You know, you've got to keep active. This game's all about momentum as well. So it was good to get out last year, but it was quite an alien experience without the fans and not having any dressing rooms and stuff like that. So it was quite weird. I wouldn't be in a rush to do it again.
Now, Ramirez also had a fight against Postel. He didn't look good, but you've got to be professional. You can't imagine that you're going to get that Ramirez. He had a bad night. Would you not agree?
Yeah, I give him the benefit of the doubt. He had 3 training camps back to back. You know, had peaked 3 times, and the fight got cancelled. You know, so it was third time lucky. You know, so that may have had a little effect on him. But I just wasn't impressed at all. He is a very good fighter, but I just feel that it's my time, and it's my time to shine. And I feel like I've the beating of him in every department, so I just feel like I'm going to win this fight.
And finally, and thanks for your time. You talked there about Ramirez having fights called off, long training camps. At what point between, say, now and, I don't know, the end of March, will you demand a date? Because surely there's a change in your training if you know you're fighting on May the 5th, as opposed to you're fighting sometime in May.
Well, what we're doing is we're just taking over, keeping fit and keeping the conditioning up, getting the condition and working on the injury and stuff at the minute. I'm pretty fit. I'm sparring already 8-9 rounds, you know, so I'm fit already. So it's just in case if it gets delayed, we'll take the intensity down and just relax and work on things, you know. So we're just rolling with the punches, Steve. There's not much we can do. We can't demand anything, you know. It's we're just rolling with the punches and just waiting to see what happens. But I would rather get the fight sooner rather than later. I should be talking to you now as undisputed world champ.
Well, you should be talking to me now about your third defence of your undisputed title, and I should be asking you questions about fighting Terence Crawford by the end of the year at welterweight. Yeah. And instead, I'm saying, hopefully we'll get Ramirez. Hopefully it'll be May.
I know it's been frustrating. It's been a frustrating 18 months. So hopefully we'll get back to some normality soon.
Josh, thanks very much for your time. It's always a pleasure talking to you.
Cheers, Steve. Cheers.